I'm Karin. I'm a senior executive with Usborne Books and More, and I want to show you some of my favorite books for little children. So like infant, like from birth, up to age 1, up to age 2. And a lot of these books are books that my family has really loved. I joined Usborne and first heard about Usborne when my son was 2 months old. So these are some of our favorite books up until he's 18 months now, and books that I see him learning to enjoy in the next few months to a year. So the first one is our black and white series. These books fold out so you can lay them down on the ground. You can stack them up however you want. They're great for tummy time. I have a testimony that this is how my son got a strong neck after the doctor chastised me for not giving him enough tummy time. So I love these. There's more on the other side. 1, 2, 3 Counting was our family's favorite. We do have 2 others. We have On the Farm and Under the Sea that are black and white, because babies don't have very developed eyes until they're about age 5 months is when they can start seeing more color. And so we do have 2 others, a Christmas one and a Cars, Things That Go fold out book that are more color. Another very popular and favorite is our That's Not My series. These are touchy-feely books. They are bright and colorful. Every page is going to have different colors on it, and the pictures are outlined in black. So even babies just fresh home from the hospital can see these books, and they will all have a different touchy-feely texture on here, and it was really fun when my son started to be able to kind of move his finger and feel. And this one is our favorite, That's Not My Cow. I think it has really great textures, and it's even stained by, looks like chocolate milk. Another great series that we have is our Touchy-Feely series. So this one is a Playbook Animal. So there are not flaps in here, but there are textures and there are finger grooves. We call them finger trails. These are all grooves here. Lots of fun textures and things to touch. This one is a Lift the Flap book. It also is touchy-feely, so this is squishy. These are some finger grooves, and then you'll have some flaps. So those are really fun, can be a little risky. This one is taped back onto the book, but really, really fun, really cute, bright colors, very stimulating. Another great one, if your kids are a little bit more rough with the flaps, is the Slide and See. So these ones can't be ripped, but they will slide to show different pictures. My favorite page in here is the cows being milked and the milk filling up. So those are really cute. My son, he's 18 months now and still loves to look at that. Another of my favorites, so we have 4 of these. This one is My Wild Animal World. We also have Farm Animal World, I Can Count, and My First 100 Words. So what it is it opens up, and there are 9 little books in here, and you can see that they match where they go. So this can be a memory game as you stack them in, and it also is working on those fine motor skills, getting them back into the box. My 18-month-old is still learning and figuring how to get the books back in. Then each little book, this one is about the snake, and it says what it is and what it eats and where it lives and what its baby is called and the sound that it makes. So another fun thing with these books is that they stack. This is what we have been really into lately, is stacking up the books and then knocking them down. So those are really, really fun. I think a lot of little kids love those. So one of my favorite newer series is our How-To series. This one is How to Feed Your Cheeky Monkey. This is a series of board books. There are 4 of them, and they go through activities of daily living that your toddler is going to be doing every day. So we have eating, we have bathing, brushing your teeth, and going to bed. They're rhymey, they're really fun, and my son brings these to us constantly. Like, we read them a lot. Like, I might need to hide them so much. Another one that I love is our Little Red Penguin series. There's also 4 of these: numbers, colors, words, and something else. Letters. That's what it is. So these ones, just real simple pictures. You can see how many scooters can you see. You look in the picture and you see one scooter and you check, and there's one scooter back there. This one is how many socks can you see? Oh, I think there are 2 socks, 1, 2, and you lift and you check, and there's 1, 2 socks. So we talk about where your socks go, and we count them, and we talk about the colors. So those are really, really fun books. Lots of great things to do with that. We have our very first series. This is very first words. We also have colors, numbers, letters, nursery rhymes, and the alphabet. And my son is really loving these right now because he can recognize what's in here. He knows where the dog is, and mostly just the dog right now. But there are lots of things that little ones will see every day or every week, or things that they're interested in, really basic. And it's just so fun for a toddler when they feel smart and they feel like they know what they are seeing, they recognize it, and they know that they're learning. And so that's a really fun thing to watch. We also have the Lift and Look series. This is a very basic lift the flap. They really focus on finding one thing. So this one is, can you find the little rabbit in every picture? We also have an airplane where you find the blue bird in every picture and things like that. So they're just going to have some really simple pictures and just a few lift the flaps. So they're fun, especially when you have a child who's starting to learn about the world around them and recognize these things from things that they might see every day or just around town. We have a couple of picture books or storybooks that are really, really fun. This one is I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. It has a companion, I'm a Dirty Dinosaur, and they're really fun. They are rhymey and just kind of silly and fun to read. So those are a classic. Everyone loves those. Another board book that I love is I Want to Be an Astronaut, and we also have I Want to Be a Lion Tamer. And this one I would recommend more for an older 1-year-old, close to 2, because there are more words on the page. You can see there's quite a bit right here. And it just talks about lots of different careers that your kids can have as they grow up. It's definitely thinking big and thinking wide, and we've got boys and girls doing all different things. And then at the end it says, I can be anything, any of these things when I grow up, but I don't need to decide just yet. I can just dream of having big adventures. So those are really, really cute and sweet books. Another great one for getting closer to the age of 2 is the My First Word book about me. So these are things that your child is going to recognize about themselves and about the world around them and different things that they do, or different sorts of clothes that they wear. Really great. You can turn this into a conversation book and say, okay, what do you see the bike, or which one of these things do you want to do? So those are really, really fun for an older toddler. Well, still pretty young. Another good one is the My First Book of Things to Spot. We have 3 in this series. This one is Out and About, and we also have At Home, and then we have the original. Love, love, love this book. The illustrations are so cute, and they are really helpful for working on visual discrimination. So, can you find a yellow flag? You know, and you have to search a big page, and for an 18-month to 2-year-old, I mean, that's a pretty significant thing for them to find on that page. And then, of course, there are little holes in the pages that they can just be intrigued by. So I love that series, and I think they're really, really fun. Another great one that we just came out with is our 199 series. This one is 199 animals, and we also have 199 things that go. So my son loves to look at this book and have me say, where's the dog? And he'll find the dog, and there are lots of animals in here that he doesn't know yet, but I think they're really fun things to look at and talk about, or things that we might see at the zoo. And then I've got 3 more for you. This one is Count to 100. It's a fairly new release, and I think it's beautiful. So this is definitely for an older toddler. though I see no shame in sharing it with a younger one because it's just so pretty. This one is going to help your child learn to count to 100 in a beautiful way. I just think this book is so pretty. Really, really sweet and cute. And then 2 picture books that are Usborne classics. They're actually by our publisher, King Miller. The first one is B is for Bedtime. This one's going to go through the alphabet and get your child ready for bed. It's going to rhyme. A is awake, how I feel after dinner. B for the book, with my dad, it's a winner. So this is a great one to read on the couch together, snuggled up right before bed. And then this one is I Love You Animally. So it's going to talk about all the different ways that you love your child. I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. I love you cleverly like a fox. I love you powerfully like an ox. So we just came out with a new one of I Love You Americanly, and then a new one that goes with this by the same author and illustrator that is Counting Through the Day. And I can't wait to get my hands on those too. So those are some of my very favorite books for the babies from infant, just home from the hospital, up to age 1, up to age 2. Hope you found something that you liked. Thanks.